I have been asked this question a lot, so tonight I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you how to make otai. So first of all, you're going to need this, a watermelon, and this, a coconut. You can find it in most of the shoppings, Woolies, Coles, and name it. And this is the master of it all. We call this hakalo. And I'm going to show you how to use this. It's mainly for the coconut. Oh, there's a big one. First of all, you cut the end. Just to show that when you cut it in half, you won't crack. So most of the times when you just cut a watermelon straight away, you will crack. But doing it this way, it will prevent it from cracking. So it will let you cut it properly and straight. So what are you gonna do next? You're gonna need a fork and also something big. For me, I'm gonna use these big pots here. It's a good size for me. Wash my hand first. And then when you scrape the watermelon, the reason why you're doing it this way is if you blend it, it's gonna be like juicy and there's nothing there. Just keep continuing going from the top to the bottom. This will probably take you about a couple minutes. Depends on how big the watermelon you're doing. You keep scraping it off until you get to know that there's no more watermelon inside here. Now you're going to use the spoon just to grab the last bit of it. You pretty much, there you go. That's it. Well, you can't do better than that. So now that's done. What you're gonna need next now is sugar. So for sugars, it just depends how much watermelon you're making or how big is the otai that you're doing. For the size that I just did today, I reckon it's about 1, 2, 3, it's about 4 cups of sugars. So after sugars, then you might also need a thickened cream. You can get it from anywhere. Doesn't really matter what kind of thickened cream is you using. But for half a watermelon, and plus I'm gonna make about 10 liter of Otai tonight. So I'm gonna need this whole. It's 600 milliliter of thickened cream. I'm just gonna pour it all in. Pour it in, and that's it. All you have to do now. I'm gonna stir it up a little bit. So this is the first part of how to make a Otai. So now we're gonna go to the second part of making Otai, which included this, the coconut. So I'm gonna show you how to make a coconut, or how to scrape a coconut for a Otai. As they always says, do you know how to crack a coconut? It's always look in the eye. You have to crack it between the eyes first in order to have a very good crack. So if you have a look at this, you can see he's look like it too. This the eyes and this the mouth. If you ever seen the movie Moana, Maui was talking about how he turned an eel into a coconut. So this is like the eel head here. So this is the neck where you chop it off, and this is the eyes and the mouth. So I'm gonna crack it between the eyes. Hope this one will work. Yeah, see? There you go. Nice and smooth crack. That was not good. So anyway, so now this is cracked, done, ready. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna need to scrape this white stuff. So I only need the white stuff. I don't need to scrape too much, because if you get the black stuff or get to the outer shell, it's gonna make it a little bit ugly. So for this, you can easily get this from the islands. Back in the island, ask someone there to send it over to you. Ask like if you have anyone that doing any metal work, anything like that, you can use to cut this. It's a bit, if you have a closer look, you have a shape around, look like a shell with the outer shell, and this is how that's what you use to scrape off the white stuff from the coconut. So I'm going to show you how to scrape off the white stuff from the coconut. We're going back to island style, and this will take a couple minutes as well. And also by doing this, see, left hand on the outer shell, right hand on the side. And what you do with your right hand, you just push it firmly on the side as your left palm is rotating the coconut. By doing that, you can see here I start scraping around it. So by doing it, continue on. As you can also see, this is what I'm talking about. It's not like a chunk of coconut, but it's very soft and very like in pieces. Shredded.
It's better than desiccated coconut.
It's better than the coconut that you buy in the store. So it's always better to get a real coconut, fresh coconut, and then you try to scrape it off this way. This will take about couple minutes as well, about 5 to 10 minutes. You start scraping it until you can see that
Brown.
you start reaching the shells or the shells of the coconut. So if you can see here, they start falling it off because I'm getting close to the shell, outer shell. So I'll stop with that. I'll continue on with the other one. Always remember, left hand on the outside, right hand on the side, and then you rotate it as you scrape it off. Firmly, not too strong, because if you push it too strong, you're gonna scrape like a big chunk of it. So you just do it softly, firmly, so you can just like scrape what just enough and soft enough for you to.
It's scraping, right? But it's thin, the flesh is thin.
So this is the second piece. As you can see here, I start to reach the outer shell. So I'm gonna stop there because I don't need to get further than that. So this, if you have a look, so this is the stuff that I scraped off. Shredded coconut, very soft. Tonight, it's about 5 kilo, the normal 5 kilo cracker biscuit bin. It's about, I think about 20 litre. So that's what I normally use. Just pour some water in it, just to.
How much water? About a cup?
Just to clean out all the watermelon and all the leftovers in the pot. So all I have to do now is just fill it up with water. Okay, all done. All the water's in. So all I have to do now is stir it a little bit, just right enough for the watermelon and the coconut there. Now it's testing done, and that's how you make a otai.